Hello, good morning. This is Vlog Entry 59. Currently it is 8 a.m. CST. And yeah, I went to the tutoring thing yesterday and my student didn't show up. So apparently their brother was having surgery or something like that. There was some kind of emergency. So I pretty much went over. I say I didn't go over there for anything, but honestly, I think it was well worth my time. At least I got comfortable with getting there, using the train, and going to the facility and getting comfortable with the building, and at least knowing what to do when I come in and whatnot, which I sort of already knew. But anyways, whatever. I'm just trying to look at the positive side of using my money to get over there. But that's fine. Yeah. So this is a lot earlier than usual. I got up a little bit late, and I haven't really applied to any jobs, and I'm leaving around 9:30 to go to the DMV to see if I can get a state ID or a license. I would prefer to get a license, but again, like I said, my eyesight's horrible, so. And I'm also hoping that I don't have to take another driver's test. The written test would be fine, but, whatever. We'll see. I don't know why I'm kind of ruminating on that right now, but, yeah. Not much. I mean, I talked to this lady on the train. I seem to be more open. I'm talking to just random people at times. Like, I sat beside this lady on the train back to my home after I went to that tutoring building. And, yeah, we just chatted. I mean, it wasn't really anything serious. The lady asked me if, like how to get to one of the streets. And I told her I was assuring her that she was in the right direction. But, yeah, she was like in her 60s or something. She lived here all her life, but she never used the train. She's accustomed to driving around the city. But yeah, I mean, that was fun and all. And yeah, I got home and I went on a short night walk for a little bit just to let my mind water for some time. The thing is, like, when you think of things, it's hard to remember what you were thinking about the day before. Or, I mean, if it's something that you were thinking about substantially, for my mind, most of the time, I tend to jump from one thought to the next, so it's not really me focusing on just one thought. But, yeah, so after that, I got up, obviously, and I'm starting to realize that I'm a little bit more competitive than I originally thought. I say I'm not competitive, but I tend to hide my competitive nature, because at least when I get too competitive, from my perspective, okay, I'm going to be honest with you, I have natural talents. One of them is playing games. I think one of them is playing games where, like, I don't really have to try too hard to, either learn a game or even just, anything that involving complex combat mechanics I'm pretty good at. Reaction time I'm pretty good at. And analyzing complex systems. And that's why I like playing MMOs, because Guild Wars 2 is a somewhat complex combat system. I wouldn't say it's extremely complicated. Once you read the wiki a little bit, you tend to figure it out pretty quickly. But I tend to pick up things pretty fast. I've had people that play classes for years in a PvP game, and I pick it up in 1 or 2 goes and probably destroy them. Or I've had people like that, and I just pick up things naturally. It's just like a talent of mine, is that I pick things up quickly, which is why I get bored quickly as well. I don't know. Or I get impatient if I lose because I'm so used to beating people. I'm like, why am I losing now all of a sudden? Obviously you're not expected to be the best at everything. So, I had to work on that. Because yesterday I was talking to Johanna and I was getting impatient because I was having a writer's block. Because she was helping me out with writing my cover letter. And I was just getting really impatient with myself, and that wasn't helping out with the process. It's anti-productive. Once you get into those negative thought loops, it's kind of hard to do anything after that point, because you're thinking about being inconsistent, I guess, or inefficient, or whatever. And I did overthink things way too much. Throughout our meeting, she had to say 7 or 8 times to stop overthinking everything. It's just a natural tendency of mine to overthink everything. Yeah, it's a freaking cover letter. I was thinking, I don't know, whatever. There's just some things I'm not good at, and writing. I think writing, I'm not too bad of a writer. Sometimes I have writer's block. I would say I'm a decent writer. I used to role play, written role play. So I'm not horrible at writing. I have a decent vocabulary. Yeah, I also realize that sometimes I do block myself from learning new things because I don't want to damage my fragile self-esteem. I'd say I have a fragile self-esteem, but I think it's just like maybe between like 17 and 20 something. I had some talents. I had some talents with a lot of, in math. I never had trouble with anything, and then playing video games and whatnot, and then I kind of I started from those talents. I started to avoid some things that may seem like it was too much for a challenge of me to actually, you know, what's it called, surmount. Um, so I realized that I did avoid some things that I could have done after a few tries, but they were like, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to work on it. I had some bad self-esteem issues, and I actually did have an inflated ego in some directions. Some directions. It doesn't help when everybody calls me smart either. It's like, relax, Uh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I never say I'm smart. I just show it, usually. All right, sometimes I withhold it because I don't like. I don't know. I think I'm a decently smart person. I don't think I'm like the most intelligent person on the planet, but I think I have pretty good strengths in a lot of aspects, and in a lot of places. I would say my verbal and spatial and reasoning skills are probably the strongest. Verbal's probably a little bit weaker. Anyways, I know where my strengths lie, so I don't know why I even talk about this all the time. I guess I like analyzing where my strengths are, but yeah, I am just mumbling and bumbling. Yep. So as I said, DMV, I have my coffee date with the agent guy, and then I'm planning on going to the gym, and I want to get the labels as well. So it's a lot to do today, quite a bit. 4 things, because the gym is down south. I have my coffee date down west, as well as my DMV thing, and then I also have the FedEx office I have to go to up north. So we'll see. Yeah. Whatever. Kind of tired. Well, I just had coffee, so I think I also took a cold shower. I don't know, my system tends to get, I'm just tired as of now because of I think it's mainly because of the cold, at least I feel tired after a cold shower. I don't really have a good reason of why. I think it's because you're putting your system overload for a little bit, but after like an hour or so, you start feeling a lot better. The reason I'm doing it is because it supposedly enhances neurogenesis, and I'd prefer to have my brain at peak capacity for the time being, like I said before. So, and I'm still missing out on a few things, like people say liver cod oil is pretty good for neurogenesis, so I haven't done that. I get plenty of B1, and I also just recently got some kefir probiotics. It doesn't taste that great, but I guess probiotics are pretty good for your gut, so, well, I've heard, and it's also good for your brain. Obviously, because honestly, anything good for your body is probably, like your mind, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say today. I didn't write any notes down. Been pretty productive, Not this morning, but I'm gonna apply to a couple positions before I go to the DMV today. So, I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.